Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us here once again at Gamesquare's channel. We are, of course, sitting here with Justin. We want to dive into a lot of updates that have happened lately. But first off, Justin, how are you doing?
I'm good, Michael. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well myself. So, as I had said, there's been a lot going on lately. Tell us some of the highlights.
There has definitely been a lot going on since the last time we spoke, which you just reminded me was the Tony Hawk announcement. So 2 months ago, within the last 2 months, we have closed two major acquisitions. We've closed a major advisory announcement and a few really large and cool deals to talk about as well from an agency of record standpoint. So yeah, I think kicking off in terms of from an acquisition standpoint, we acquired Complexity Gaming, which was pretty well covered. I think in the news it was an all-stock transaction. With, for those that don't know, Complexity Gaming is a tier one esports org based out of Frisco, Texas, majority owned by Jerry Jones, the Jones family with an obvious tie to the Dallas Cowboys, also the Goff family, so another very influential Texas-based billionaire family, and Jason Lake, who was the founder of Complexity. So we were able to acquire Complexity in an all-stock deal, as well as, on the back of, we did a financing off the back of that, which Jerry Jones actually led, with another $8.5 million investment. So, this wasn't a sale and walk away. He's really doubling down on what we're building, and really, really exciting. Complexity have done an incredible job in terms of performance and building an esports org and a reputable brand in the space. They're probably most well known for their Counter-Strike team. They've had one of the best Counter-Strike teams in the world for quite a while now. And, we kind of talk about they built a really nice race car, and now it's time to put that car on the track and race and win. And we come in with, agency businesses internally that we can plug in from a monetization standpoint, a media, sales, content standpoint. And we're really focused on monetization of this asset, really attacking and bringing in some of the biggest content streamers in the world, some of the biggest athletes in the world, starting to do merch drops with streetwear collabs, and incredibly excited about that transaction and the growth that we're going to start to see there. As part of that deal, we also closed an agency of record deal with the Dallas Cowboys. So GCN, our media and marketing company based here in LA, have become the agency of record for the Cowboys, and they're working on some really market leading projects within the space, which include the Cowboys Players League, as well as Cowboys Gaming Club, lounges at the AT&T Stadium, game day activations, merch collabs, all sorts of stuff to really make the Dallas Cowboys a market leader in the gaming and esports space.
Wow. I mean, that's a lot going on there. Looks like you guys have been running on all cylinders. Like you said, you got a nice car and now you're putting it on the track. It seems like your guys' power combined is going to do some really amazing things.
We also acquired Cut+Sew, which is a really exciting one for me personally. Cut+Sew are three younger guys. I mean, they're around the age of 30. So to me now, as I'm getting older, that's definitely young. They built an incredible business. They're a marketing and creative business that work with a lot of NBA athletes. They're really in the sneaker culture. They understand the gaming and esports space. They're actually the agency of record for HyperX and Mavix chairs. They've been incredible, and I'm super excited. I actually worked with the guys. They helped us run a bunch of tournaments when I was at FaZe Clan, and actually invested personally at FaZe, and I've always been really big fans of their work. So that was a one for me that I was really excited about, and it's been really incredible to see Cut+Sew integrate into our sort of orbit of companies. And they've already referred a bunch of projects to GCN, their sister agency, and they're working together really well. So that was the other exciting acquisition that we've been able to announce and really grow out our portfolio and continue to grow that whole ethos around connecting global brands to this huge audience.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been connecting with a lot of people lately. Dive into a little bit more about your partnership with Rock Nation, Conor McGregor, and so on.
Yeah, for sure. So, I've had a relationship for some time with Paradigm Sports. Audie Attar, who was a founder and is owner and founder at Paradigm, has done just an incredible job at building a stable of top tier world class athletes. They look after some of the the best MMA talent in the world. Obviously, Conor McGregor, Conor's a partner, one of Audie's partners, but also look after Leon Edwards, Wonderboy Thompson, Israel Adesanya, Stylebender, Chris Cyborg, and a number of others. They have incredible talent, but they're also really market leading in their space. So, we've been lucky enough to bring those guys onto our advisory board, represented by Audie and by Connor. And we're looking at really doing some exciting projects together in the space. They really get the space. A lot of their talent are big gamers, and that's a bit of a watch this space, but we're very excited about some of the things we have in the works with Paradigm. Rock Nation is, a really exciting announcement for us. We announced our partnership with Rock Nation yesterday. Rock Nation have, similarly a bunch of talent that, are really big gamers and really want to understand how they can enter the space and really monetize, content and gaming and opportunities within the space. So, a lot of their talent, it's Rock Nation Sports, not music, just to be clear. But within Rock Nation Sports, they look after a lot of NFL and NBA players that we're looking to partner with to bring into our orbit, not only to connect with brands that we already work with, but to also really work on strategies to help them reach this gaming audience and these really large communities. So very excited to help Rock Nation, really enter the gaming and esports space. I mean, every top 10 draft pick in the NFL and NBA, they're all gamers, and that's going to happen every year moving forward. And it was interesting in conversations with those guys. They commented that they often get asked by when they're trying to recruit, what do you do in this space, and how can you get a competitive advantage against your CAAs and UTAs and other agencies? And we're confident we can help them do that by connecting them with brands, events, tournaments, activations, and really elevating their gaming and esports play.
Wonderful. Yeah. Like going back to it, you guys do have a lot going on right now. Just to recap everything you've went through, tell me how Q2 looks as a whole. Tell me about the revenue growth and so on.
Yeah, for sure. So, revenue growth has been really, really solid. We did 1.5 million in revenue in Q2. Q2 was nice growth off Q1. We still, we haven't been able to obviously consolidate all of our entities to this point. So very excited to be able to report in Q3 and then in Q4 once all of our entities are capitalized and working together and integrated. So we've seen really nice revenue growth, which is great. But Q3 will start to recognize, I think 2 months of complexity within Q3, 1 month of Cut+Sew, and then 3 months of GCN. And also Code Red. So we start to really bolster our rev profile, which is incredibly exciting. I think, in Q2, GCN, we really just got them capitalized. They've been out hiring and building a really large pipeline. So we look to see a lot of revenue growth out of GCN. Q3 will be really nice revenue growth, and Q4 is going to be really large with the pipeline we've got. So we feel really bullish about where we're sitting and very excited to be able to show, those consolidated financials.
Yeah, great. I mean, I'm really interested in seeing what it looks like once all those pieces are finally in play, and everyone will keep you updated on that as soon as things come along. But Justin, thank you so much for your time today, and thank you everyone for watching. If you have any questions for Justin or anyone else on the Gamesquare team, let us know, and we'll happily dive into it. But for now, have a wonderful day.
Awesome. Thanks, Michael.